When I get on stage to conduct, it's an exhilarating feeling. Working with the kids all the time, and they're enthusiastic, and watching them learn, being able to impart some of my knowledge. But it's a blast. I mean, I love it. We have great moments together. There are times where we all kind of get that woo feeling, you know, and that's a lot of fun to be able to share that with people. In February of 2009, I went in for a stress test because I'd been having a nagging cough. I went in and they did the ultrasound, and at that point said, you know, we're going to admit you now. And I said, I'm sorry, what? And they said, we're going to admit you have a clot in your left ventricle. In August of 2009, I had an AICD implanted. That was the beginning of my journey with heart failure. In July of 2011, which was the really hot summer, it was about 105 degrees out in the afternoon, I was outside on my deck in the sun shivering. I was cold. Figured that probably wasn't right. So I called my cardiologist, who suggested I go to the ER. Decided that an LVAD, the left ventricular assist device, or heart pump, would be the logical course, next course of action. In March of 2012, I developed a clot in the LVAD. And so I was back in the hospital on all kinds of clot-busting drugs. We had had prior conversations about at some point I was probably going to need a transplant. The feeling was odd when they told me that the heart was available. You know, I knew in the back of my head that the day was hopefully coming, but when they actually told me, the range of emotions was interesting. You know, I was happy, of course, for myself. I was scared. I was also sad because I knew that meant somebody passed away. And I'm not guilty about that because I figured that was going to happen anyway, and so I'm very grateful that they were, you know, willing to donate a heart to me, and that I could take advantage of it. And so I try to stay healthy now, not only for myself, but also in memory of my donor. That's part of my responsibility, is to stay as healthy as I can. There are a couple of things that have changed since the transplant. I've always been a pretty mellow person, but now I'm a little more mellow. I realized that, you know, little things, road rage is kind of silly. So now it's like, in the grand scheme of things, you know, this is not a big deal. I'm so fortunate to have the Cardiovascular Center in my area. I mean, the people were wonderful. Everybody from, you know, doctors, nurses, even the people that were cleaning the rooms, I mean, were great people to be around. Very helpful, very supportive. You know, when I was in a down period, if I didn't have a family there, a nurse would come in, put her arm around me and say, it's going to be okay. Again, I'm so fortunate to have been able to be involved with the Cardiovascular Center, and you know, and that it's close to me and convenient, and but the service is just wonderful. It's world class. I recommend it to anybody that would be unfortunately going through something like this.